Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, it's been a huge hit for Netflix, and now it's back for another go-around. We're getting our first look at the new season of Unsolved Mysteries.
It's really quick and easy and so good.
Then we're heading into the kitchen with Coco and Lala, and today they are making Halloween a treat for our vegan friends. And speaking of Halloween, there's no need to spend a ton on a costume. Kendall is showing you how to scare up some savings. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Kicking off a brand new week, and we are glad you are here. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Jace. Hope you had a good weekend. We are live from our studios in the Twin Cities. Please welcome my sidekick sister from another mister. It's Miss Kendall, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, my darling.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Good. Wore my Monday yellow.
It is. You look fabulous.
Thanks.
Not
Brighten things
fabulous.
up.
You look fabulous.
Thanks.
As our old boss, Carol Ruppel, used to say. Never said fabulous. It's always fabulous.
Fabulous.
Which I think is fabulous times 4.
Yeah, fabulous with a double E.
Yeah,
I'm into
it's
it.
fabulous. So when I'm really excited, I go, oh my goodness, that is absolutely fabulous.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. I don't even think she knows that she said it like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there are words that I say weird. We just took a quiz over the weekend from, I believe, the New York Times that asked like 30 questions of like, do you pronounce aunt or aunt? What do you call this? Oh, I forgot to tell Jeff about this. Colin had me take this.
Yeah.
And it tells you what section of the country you are from. It precisely identified where I was born. It scared me to death because it said, do you refer to cola or, is it pop or soda?
Right.
And what do you call the median? There's a median on a highway.
Yeah.
I'll bring it tomorrow. Y'all should take it. It was fun and it scared me. I'm like, wow, they really know where I was born.
Weird.
Yeah,
I
was
think
great.
I have seen that on Twitter. People sort of posting about this.
Yeah, I think it was from the
Sounds
New York
familiar.
Times. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me on the Twitter. I don't know. Hey, let's welcome our virtual audience. It is Monday. We started this last week. Oh, who do we have today? We have one. We have Amy. Amy's punctual today. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing, Amy? Do we have Amy's audio? Amy, are you there?
I'm there. Can you hear me?
I can. Where are you phoning in from, sweetie?
Maple Grove, Minnesota.
I love the Maple Grove, home of Keith Marler, home
Yep.
of delicious cupcakes. Well, you get the prize. Guess what, Amy? Since you're the only one that logged in properly so far, executive producer Jeff is buying you a brand new car. That's right. That's right. We'll check in with you a little bit later, sweetie. That's poor Amy. She's like, I got to do this whole thing by myself? No.
She's ready.
She's ready. No, we hope to have
ready.
Jace and Mary, and then I think Darpolo. What a beautiful name. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
Darpolo.
Pretty.
It's like a little bit of my mother's name. Hi, Mom. Darpolo.
Oh,
Darpolo.
yeah.
Yes, a little bit of that. So we'll check in with the virtual audience a little bit later. But right now, let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. I'm hungry.
Good.
I'm hungry today. I'm hungry. So let's get started. Saturday Night Live was new this weekend. Comedian Bill Burr was the host, and there were a lot of people talking about Bill's monologue today. Here's a little bit.
And then if you don't wear a mask, that doesn't bug me either, right? Take out your grandparents, Take out your weak cousin with the asthma. I don't care. It's your decision. There's too many people. It's a dream come true. If you're that dumb and you want to kill your own family members, by all means do it. Stops you from reproducing. It's literally a dream come true. And speaking of dreams come true, did you see Rick Moranis got sucker punched on the Upper West Side? New York is back, baby!
Okay, so, Bill came in hot. He also hit on cancel culture. That was a big thing. The Me Too movement. Gay pride. Was like, oh, here it goes. Here it goes with the gay jokes. White ladies he went after.
Right.
Yeah. The studio audience's laugh was divided. I think you saw that right there. And some fans on Twitter were wondering if he went too far. Here's the deal. I was flapping my gums on the radio show, and I try not to do this. If I have a shallow base of knowledge about something, I try to admit it. I admittedly do not know a lot about Bill. I've never watched any of his stand-up performances, so I can't, because my feeling is with comedians, I don't like to be overly sensitive. I don't really dig cancel culture. I don't even mind gay jokes if they're delivered with good intention. You know what I mean by that? Like, let me give you an example. The late great Joan Rivers. She made gay jokes all the time, but you knew her intention was good because she was like our diva. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by intention. When I saw this performance, I immediately thought, I thought his intentions were bad. But I have been informed by friends that I trust that this dude isn't homophobic, isn't anti-women. So I don't know. And I have friends that are fans of his that really like him. So now I don't know if he went too far or not.
I also admittedly don't know a ton about Bill. My first question was, I don't know who that is. When I watched it, I watched the full 8-minute-ish monologue. I think comedy usually does kind of pick and get really intense sometimes.
And that's its job.
Yeah, that's its thing. Other than being a woman, I'm none of the other things he made fun of. And I guess I just am confident enough the fact that like I support Me Too, that I support, Pride Month, and I support all these things that I was like not that offended by.
And you also don't support shutting down comedians.
Exactly.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I feel the same way. Did I love his Gay Pride Month joke? No, but you know what?
Really?
I'm not gonna be sensitive over that.
No, it didn't hurt your feelings. You're like,
no.
Okay.
No, other things hurt my feelings more than that.
Right.
That doesn't do it for me. But and he admitted, he told the Boston Globe, he did an interview, I don't know, 10 years ago, that his comedy, he's a dude's dude, he called himself to the Globe. He's a bro. That's not my cup of tea. But is it over the top? I don't know. It's subjective. Everything like this is subjective. What offends you may not offend me, and that's all right. The world continues to spin. One of the best performances of the night actually came from Kate McKinnon, who played a new character, Dr. Wayne. We notice. Yes, that's right. Who offered a second opinion on the president's health and other things. Look at this.
Because having a televised medical exam is highly unusual.
Yes, we do notice.
Right. And on Fox, Trump answered some questions from a doctor.
We notice.
But he still won't say if he's had a negative test yet.
This, we do not notice.
So he might technically still be contagious.
We notice.
But he feels so good, he said, I may be immune.
What is this?
And now he's holding rallies.
Yeah, who does this? He do this. We notice. We hate this. He do this. We notice.
I'm sorry, Doctor, we notice.
Yes.
Are you saying we know this? Or are you just saying your last name?
Oh, okay. We notice is Greek. In English, it translates to we know this. Like we're aware of this. We notice.
Okay.
So in just a couple more seconds, she starts pulling out a heart detector or a blood pressure monitor,
Yeah, that's the
and
thing.
starts kind of messing with Colin. You'll see Colin here start to break up. She breaks the fourth wall, which rarely happens on SNL, and she kind of admitted it was cathartic for all of us. She admitted, she goes, you know what? I am just
Not okay.
I am not okay. 2020 has been this and that, and she breaks character. Colin even refers to her as Kate. He goes, are you all right, Kate?
Yes.
It was great. It was a great moment. So
It totally worked too, because it was such a goofy scene. Like all she said most of the thing was, we notice, we notice. And then he's like, are you okay, Kate? And she's like, no, I'm not okay.
I know. No, I'm not okay. And she goes, I put on wigs to deal with me not being okay. And then Colin laughs more. I call them Carol Burnett moments when that happens. And listen to this, believe it or not, SNL debuted 45 years ago yesterday.
Wow.
45 years ago this week it debuted.
My goodness.
Yeah.
What a run.
Again, we said it last week. Even if you don't like this cast, it's not your cup of tea. And I always crack up too. I see a lot of People going, SNL is very political. SNL's been political since it debuted. I mean, that's part of the thing. Chevy Chase made fun of Gerald Ford. Phil Hartman made fun of Billy Boy. I mean, it's been political since its inception, yeah. Next in the dish, all right. There was another reunion this weekend. The cast of Dazed and Confused joined together for a virtual table read. This is cool. Matthew McConaughey, Rory Cochrane, and Adam Goldberg, Adam Rapp all returned along with other celebrities like Ashton Kutcher, Zachary Levi, and what was it? Isaac Gonzalez. The event was aimed at raising money to increase voter turnout in Texas. Sun deep in the heart. Anyway, the movie came out, that one came out 27 years ago. And fun fact, you know what? Of all the big pop culture movies, benchmarks, this is the one that I can take it or leave it. I'm not a big fan of this one for whatever reason.
How many times have you seen it? And I honestly mean this because
Once.
Okay, one time.
You?
I've never seen it, but the people I know that really like it watch it like religiously.
I know. I'm not one
so
of
it's
them.
really interesting, and I've just never been interested in watching it.
Oh, I'm hearing our virtual audience. Let's go to our virtual audience. They're stewing over there. There we go.
They're
Amy,
here.
Amy, it's so funny. It's you and then a profile pic next to you, which I'm loving. I think that's probably Mary. I'm just going to assume that's Mary. Anyway, Amy, do you like the Dazed and Confused?
I've seen it a few times. It's not my cup of tea, but I also think the few times I did see it, I was a little too young for it, so I didn't quite get it.
I get it. Yeah. Is there a movie? Like, what's your favorite? I want to know a little. What's your favorite movie, Amy? Give me a taste of your movie taste. What's your all-time favorite movie?
Legally Blonde.
Oh,
hands down.
Okay. We don't need anybody else. We have Amy. Amy, I think they just did a Legally Blonde reunion. I think they did a virtual one, didn't they? I don't know.
Oh, did they? I don't know. But
they did a
if they did, I have to go find it.
Yeah, I'll find it for you. More with Amy in just a little bit. They did a Knots Landing reunion on YouTube. I was loving life. They did it, yeah. It was a lot of them for a big charity to help actors, out-of-work actors. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was a series called Stars in the House, which they've been doing since the pandemic began, these two guys. It's fantastic. They do Broadway shows, movies. It's wonderful. Lots more to come, everybody. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us. Coming up in just a little bit, TMZ will join us live as Demi Lovato's ex takes their split very, very hard.
And this recipe is amazing because
Then Coco and Lala are whipping up some vegan Halloween treats, and trust me, they are scary good.
Look at that.
And costumes are expensive, but they don't have to be. Kendall is taking you shopping for the scariest and thriftiest Halloween costume. That's all coming up when The Jason Show returns.
Like, so it's very tricky when you're being a comedian. Like, I try to tell jokes in Portland, Oregon. You can't even do it anymore. You'll do it like just they're so sensitive.
Why?
You'll do
Why
it
Portland?
Because they're very like progressive, smart, great. I think they're the best humans in the world. Yeah. But when it comes to sense of humor, they're like, you'll do a joke about birds and they're like, well, that's not funny because I work with at-risk birds who are amputees. You're like, oh, this is a comedy club.
What are the at-risk birds, Jeff?
I don't know. That's my point. You think that
Well, that is comedian Jeff Dye back on our show. In 2018, he was in town performing at the House of Comedy at the Mall of America. And there's a reason we're showing you that clip, and you'll find out in just a little bit. But meanwhile, welcome back. We were laughing. It's so weird to see me without a beard now. I look like I'm 4. Like, who gave that goober a TV show? You know, on Mondays, we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up in your living room for our good friend, Brad from TMZ. Hello, Brad. What's going on?
Good morning, Jason. You're without a beard and I'm with mustache.
I was going to say...
We're trading places.
I was going to say, Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we saw you laugh, you grow facial hair really quick, my friend.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Wow. Okay. Jason, concentrate. Okay. First up, now we just showed that clip, I said, for a reason, because it looks like Kristen Cavallari has moved on from Jay Cutler. With who?
It appears so, and believe it or not, it's your former guest, Jeff Dye. We got some video of Kristen and Jeff at a Chicago bar showing a little bit of PDA over the weekend, and as you said, it's kind of the first time we've seen her with anyone since her announcing she and Jay Cutler were getting divorced. Unclear just how long they've been together, if they are officially together, or whether this was just kind of a date. But nonetheless, she's with Jeff.
Do they know that there's a pandemic going on? They were real close to each other.
I'm hoping maybe they've been quarantining together or something. But yeah, they were pretty close, and some serious PDA there too.
Okay, so speaking of videos and photos that you guys have, I have to admit, this next story and this next photo, or if it's video, I don't know if it is one of the saddest things I've seen. Demi Lovato is no longer engaged, and her former fiance is taking it really hard. Am I right on this, Brad?
He is, and we've kind of seen this, not a spiral, but he's been having a really tough time over the last couple of weeks since it was announced that their engagement was over. But over the weekend, her former fiance, Max Eric, went to the beach where he proposed, and you just see him breaking down. He's having a moment by himself where he's very upset, and you got to imagine he's been over in Atlanta actually filming, so this is his first time back since this whole thing has happened. He's now back in LA, and it's probably a lot of emotions going back to that spot where he thought his life was going to be different.
Okay, Brad, I try to be as sympathetic as humanly possible, but is it wrong for me to be a little skeptical? Like, out of all the hundreds of miles of shore, photographers knew exactly where he was when he was crying?
You're not alone there, Jason. I think it's a little random maybe for them to be there, but nonetheless, I mean, it's a special spot to the guy.
Absolutely.
You can tell he's having a real moment, that's for sure.
Yeah. Finally, the host of the show, Name That Tune, has passed away. For the youngins, educate them, Brad, about the gentleman.
Well, that's right, and I apologize, Jason, because I had never seen the show, but I watched clips. I kind of spent my whole weekend watching these clips, and it was such a fantastic show. And it was Tom Kennedy,
yes,
who passed away, and he was part of that show. I mean, and so many others in the 70s and 80s. I mean, if you watch these clips, you can just tell the energy that he brought to the audience and to the show. It's unclear right now how he passed away. He had been sick for many years, passed away at the age of 93. But in an age where the game show kind of dominated TV, Tom was one of the legends, that's for sure.
He was. He hosted a lot of them. And Brad, don't ever apologize. My beard is older than you are, so it's fine. It's fine.
Hey, that's all right. You know, I got a lot of names floating around my head and just had to familiarize myself.
Exactly. There's a lot of people. Brad, thank you, my friend. Have a good week. And when we see you next week, are you going to have a full, like, lumberjack beard?
Time will tell. You know, I could have that by tomorrow.
Brad from TMZ, thank you, buddy. Let's go. Can we go to the audience here? Because we want to welcome. We had Amy beforehand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mary's here, everybody. Look at Mary. Okay, this is what I love. I've already fell in love with Amy. Now I'm falling in love with Mary. Because look, Mary could not be more comfortable. She's back there. She took a chair. She has a beverage. I saw you had a beverage there, Mary, a few minutes ago. Atta girl! There we go. We're going to check in with them a little bit later. Look at Mary. Oh, could we ask for two better people? I love it. Next in the dish, Lonnie Love from The Real was on with Andy Cohen last night and told a great story. This is so good about when she was growing up in Detroit. Look at this.
But basically, when I was growing up, Diana Ross is from the same projects that I was from. And when I was a little girl...
Are you from the Brewster Projects?
I'm from the Brewster Projects, Detroit all day.
The D.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, the D. Okay. And when I was a little girl, she used to ride through after her concerts. And that really influenced me. She would come, she would stop, she would wave and everything. So it was just a wonderful thing. And she's always been, I finally was able to see her and meet with her. Thank you, Tracy Ellis Ross, her daughter. And I was able to tell her, and it was just a wonderful time. And she's a wonderful woman.
Oh, that's great.
What a great story. By the way, if you notice, Andy returned to his studio last night. Yeah, again, for the young folks watching, Diana Ross was that beacon for so many people. That story isn't rare. now you're going to laugh, but I immediately thought of the other story with Oprah Winfrey. Oprah watched Diana Ross on the Ed Sullivan Show. And she, as Oprah was, as she puts it, she goes, I was a little African-American girl, and I've never seen somebody looking back at me that looked like me on the television. And watching Diana Ross gave me hope that I could move out of. And Oprah was living in I think, what you could describe as poverty with her grandmother. And so what a great gift that Diana Ross has given to so many people, especially in the Black community. Representation is important. That's why it's important.
It is. And Lonnie Love herself has a really cool story. So I was looking more into her life after hearing about this, and just how she went from a General Mills employee, then she went into electrical engineering, then she went into comedy, and now she's on a show. I mean, she's really cool if you're curious about
I enjoy Lonnie. She's been on here a couple of times. She's delightful. But yeah, and the same thing with me when I would look at, the rare gay characters on television, and yesterday being National Coming Out Day, it means something. It meant something to see, I could do that. I could get a job being a gay guy. It means something. Next in the dish, 6 more episodes of Unsolved Mysteries are coming out on Netflix next week, meaning I will not be here. And we're getting a look at the trailer. Look at this, everyone.
Why is it important to find out why a person died nearly 25 years ago? People die all the time. Well, I think her family deserves to know what happened to her.
生と死をそんなに明確に分けていないんじゃないのかなっていうふうな印象はあります。
Let me tell you, if a train set turned on by itself, out. I would never go back to that house.
Evacuate.
Unsolved Mysteries Volume 2 hits Netflix next Monday. I said in the lead-up that it was a giant hit. It is. And you can tell because Netflix doesn't mess around. If the first collection didn't do anything, they wouldn't be doing this. And they shot all of these together, and they divided them up smartly into 2 to keep us hooked. This was such a good reboot. There's only maybe 1 episode that I didn't love. We talked about that before the show. But the rest of them, I was obsessed. I got my mom obsessed with it. It got you obsessed with it. It's going to lead. You know why I'm excited? Because of the global reach of Netflix. I really think it's going to lead to some cases being solved.
I hope so, for those poor people. I can't
know.
imagine. I can't imagine.
Let's go to Amy and Mary. Did either of you watch Unsolved Mysteries the first round?
No.
No. Okay, Mary, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring some beverages over to your house, and we're going to watch it together, okay?
Sounds good to me.
And then, Amy, we'll leave Mary's, and I'll come over to you with some pizza. Sound good? Okay.
I like that plan.
Mary, can I ask, what is on the wall back there? I'm obsessed. Are those oars? What is that on your wall back there?
Yeah, they're oars that I bought at a craft show like 5 years ago.
Look at you. I thought you made that, Mary.
Oh, no, I'm not that talented.
I love our virtual audience. Okay, we'll check in with you guys a little bit. Speaking of ours, Mary's like, no, girl, I ain't that talented. If you want to join our virtual audience, just go to the Jason Show Facebook page, Jason Show TV, and click the link we posted. We put it right at the top. Sign up for a certain day and you'll be a part of the show. And I really can't wait to interact with all of you. We'll be doing another virtual audience on Wednesday. And again, we send you a Zoom link. It's really easy pleasy. It's even easier than driving here in Eden Prairie, but we can't wait for you to do that again. Still ahead, speaking of you, we're opening up the Jason Show mailbag, and Kendall heads to Arch Value Village ahead of Halloween. But next, they are 2 of our favorites coming up in just a little bit. We're going into the kitchen with Coco and Lala, and they're getting us in the mood for fall when the Jason Show continues right after this, everybody. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. Kicking off another week after Monday. Fall is here, and it is. It was beautiful this weekend. It was like stunningly beautiful. And you may be feeling like something special, making something special. Here with a fall-inspired vegan treat are the hosts of Keeping Up with Lala and Coco. Please welcome back to the show our good friends, the aforementioned Coco and Lala. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Jason.
Good. Well, not as good as you two. First of all, I need to say happy anniversary. This is your 3rd year, right?
Yes, 3 years.
Well, I think I've asked you this before, but refresh my memory and those watching. Whose idea was it to do this initially?
I think it was a combination. Yeah. I remember I'm the one who told her to watch the documentary. Yeah. And then we both came together and was like, we have to give up meat. Yeah. How do we do that?
Yeah.
And that's literally the premise of how we started the show. That's it.
Because I know, doing the at-home shows, there was a learning curve. Did y'all go through a learning curve like the first season, the first year?
Oh, yeah. We still are, right? Every day. There's always new products out. We're like, wait, what?
I love it. Well, happy anniversary. Okay, so today we are doing a pumpkin cheesecake trifle.
Yes. Yay. I'm so excited about this recipe because pumpkins are in season. Now we wanted to know if you could switch it out and do sweet potato pie, which I think is possible for our sweet potato lovers. But this recipe is so super easy and quick. And Lala's going to show you how to do the crust. It comes together really, really quick. So we have some the Biscoff cookies. Remember those Biscoff cookies that you used to get on the airlines, right?
Yes.
It was on the airplane.
Yes.
Well, we're going to show you what to do with them just in case you weren't eating them on the plane and you were taking them home and didn't know what to do with them. You can make a crust out of them.
And those are vegan. Those are vegan safe, ladies.
Yes. They are. And just in case you don't know, Biscoff also makes a cookie butter that's vegan. It is so amazing. I mean, you have to try it if you find it in the store. So after Lala pulses that together, makes it all good and crumbly, you're gonna add in a little bit of vegan butter. So she's gonna mix that together. And just like that, the crust is done. Now we have some cute cups. And here's a little tip that Lala just found out. So if you want to make your trifles really pretty and kind of uniform, once you put that cookie mixture in, just take another cup and press that down.
Oh.
And now you have a nice, uniform, even cookie crust. And so that's where I come in. And this is going to come together really quickly. So in this bowl, I have some pumpkin puree. I have some vegan cream cheese. I'm going to add some sugar to that. I'm also going to add some pumpkin pie spice, right? Because you can't have this recipe without the pumpkin pie spice.
No.
And then we're going to add in a little bit of vanilla, just that quick. And I'm going to mix this up. And then we're going to start layering our trifles.
Now you're doing you're not doing one big one, right? Ladies, you're doing little individual servings.
Yes. So speaking of, Jason, we missed you so much. We actually made you one.
Look at that.
Yeah. Awesome. So I'm just mixing this together really quick.
Just a little mix in there. There we go.
Well, just that quick it came together. So it was only, a few seconds?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so then you're going to fold in your favorite kind of vegan Cool Whip. Ours is Coco Cool Whip. I tell people, I'm like, yeah, they named it after me. Yep.
I was going to say, I hope you're getting a check for that.
Right? And so you're just going to fold in some of that, your favorite Cool Whip. And just like that, we're going to start layering in the mixture. So it's going to come together, like I said, really quick. It's one of those recipes that comes together so quick. People are going to think you put in a lot more time than what you really did. Look at this. It's done. It's ready to go. So inside my cup, I'm just going to start layering in these different layers of the pumpkin cheesecake and then the Cool Whip. And then we're just going to alternate. We're going to layer to your heart's content. Just that quick.
I always ask you about the texture. You mentioned I've had a lot of vegan items, but I've never had vegan whipped cream. Good? Good?
It's so flavorful, Jason. So good. Literally, it's my favorite one. Now, keep in mind, I'm the vegetarian one.
It's so good.
So technically, I can still have the regular dairy Cool Whip, but I always go for the Cocoa Whip because I think it's a lot more flavorful in my opinion.
Oh, okay. I'm going to write that down.
So we're going to dig in. And like we said, we have one sitting waiting for you. But look how pretty this is.
That is. Look at that. That is.
And so it's so flavorful. It's pumpkin season. I've seen a lot of people out there at the pumpkin patch Lala has on her orange. I have on my burgundy.
Lala, I was going to say, work that orange. There's like 4 people on Earth that can pull off orange, and you are the 4th person.
Thank you, Jason.
You are it. There's you and 3 other people can pull off orange. You did it.
I love it.
Well, guys, again, congratulations. Your recipes, we get so much great feedback, and I think one of the best compliments I can give to you is we've had people, every time you do a segment, people that have no interest in doing vegan items always say they try your recipes because not only do they look delicious, but they're easy. So I think that's a pretty good compliment.
Yay, that is definitely the goal. We always ask that people healthen it up, and that's by taking these tiny, these little baby steps of getting the healthier version of you.
Absolutely. Coco and Lala, everybody, celebrating 3 years. Keeping Up with Coco and Lala is every Thursday at 1:30. For more information, head to realcocoandlala.com. Love them. Still ahead, we're opening up the Jason Show mailbag because, well, we love you too. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Come on.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say.
Welcome back. Wave hello to Mary and Amy, our virtual audience members for today. We're loving it. We were admiring. Earlier we were looking at Mary's craft work. And then in this break, we were admiring the paint color in Amy's house. We like that gray. Good paint color, Amy. Well, it's Monday, which means it's time to open up the Jason Show mailbag. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Roll it.
You've got mail.
We have mail. Every Monday, we answer your questions or respond to comments left on our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube pages. So let's begin. First up is Christina. Hello, Christina. She says, just left the Pine Brook in Cambridge, Princeton area. First visit, was hoping Jason was there, and sure enough, there he was. My spouse and I waved as you were leaving and thanked you for recommending the place. Food was great. Pull tabs were not. Yeah, I can't give you any guarantee on the success of pull tabs. But yeah, Pine Brook, if you're new to the show or to me, is where we hang out in the summer. My in-laws have a lake house on Green in Princeton, and we love the Pine Brook. It's just a great local restaurant owned by Todd and Teresa who do great food. You know, I mean, sometimes you go, and it's not even a dive bar, but you go to these smaller restaurants and it's like, okay, well, here's some fried fish. He's a chef, and they have amazing food, and the staff is great, and they have pull tabs. And you can't always guarantee that. So,
no.
But I remember her. She was very nice. I go, hi. So she was nice. Next up, Pam says, I can't believe your theme song is so catchy. I wake up singing it, and I go to bed singing it. It is a great song. Thank you very much. Well, don't thank me. Thank the boys at Yam House. They wrote it for us. I had a crazy idea. You guys know this. I'm a nerd. I'm a TV nerd. I love theme songs. I loved all of Oprah's theme songs, and they're friends of ours, and I texted them one day backstage, and I said, would you ever consider writing a theme song for us? And the guys said yes, and before we know it, bloop, 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 bloop. Let's Make It a Good Day was written. So they're good guys, aren't they, Kendall?
They are. They're so nice. Like, they deserve any and all success that they get.
And again, you know, director Leo has to deal with them on the technical side. And some bands that we've had, let's just be very honest, they're a little bit,
they need a lot.
They're very, thank you, that's a very polite, they're needy. Leo always says the guys of Am House are so friendly during rehearsals. They're so kind, and yeah, speaks a lot, speaks for them. Next, a few comments about our Jason Show Before the Show that happens around 9-10 each day on our Facebook page. It basically shows you our meeting. Penny asks, hey, Jason, why don't you have your glasses on during the Jason Show Before the Show? That's a great question. Because I'm wearing a mask, my glasses fog up, and no matter how much I pinch my nose, it drives me nuts. So I'd rather just be blind for a few minutes. You know, I'd just rather not see things. So it drives me nuts.
You'd really just rather not see all of us more than you have to.
Well, no, of course, yeah. Tiffany says, I love when you show your social distance before the show. I show this to my kids and remind them why we're doing what we're doing. Yeah, look, I mean, we're not making any kind of political statement. I'll say it again for the 13th time. during the Jason Show, before the show. We're all wearing masks. We're all socially distanced. I love all these people. I want them to be safe. You can never be too safe. We're in an enclosed environment. The only time, according to our Fox rules, that we can be without masks is right now. And then the moment the show's over, we go back in them. Rather be safe than sorry is my feeling. It's the least I can do for all of you. That's my feeling, you know? Finally, the question I keep getting. Beth asks, how can I watch Knots Landing on YouTube?
You started this.
I know, I did start it. Okay, so let me quickly explain. A very nice woman helped me out because I love Knots Landing, but you can't find it anywhere on streaming or on DVD. So she found a secret YouTube channel that has all of the episodes, all 344 episodes, 14 seasons, 344 episodes. Here's the deal, though. If I say it out loud right now, they're going to shut it down. The evil people at Warner Brothers are going to shut it down. So I'll tell you what. If you want to know, send me a direct message on my personal Instagram account. I don't want the producers having to answer Knots Landing questions. Jeff will hit me, Jeff will. So go ahead and send me on my Instagram. Just search for Jason Matheson. That'll be easier. I don't want Ted answering Knots Landing questions.
He'd be like, I don't know.
Ted doesn't even know what Knots Landing is, and I don't blame him. He's never heard of it. He just told me in my ear. But send me a message on my personal Instagram, and I'll let you know. You can stay connected with our show on social media. Just check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Jason Show TV, and then my personal one if you want to know how to find Knots Landing. I did, though. That's all I watched over the last week.
I'm proud of you.
I am so happy about it. It makes me thrilled. Still ahead, Kendall looks for a Halloween costume at Ark's Value Village. I haven't seen this. What is she going to dress up as? You'll find out when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. It was Mary and Amy. There's Mary and Amy, our virtual audience. We love them. They were bopping along with the theme song too. It's
catchy.
Catchy. Welcome back. Even though Halloween will be a little bit different this year, many people are still making plans to dress up. And if you're looking for an inexpensive costume, our good friends at Ark's Value Village is helping folks out, offering a virtual personal shopper. Kendall visited the Ark in New Hope to try it out.
Already shopping, Eric. Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
I'm super distracted because there's a really cute kimono robe here, but that's not what we're here about. We're back at Ark, this time in New Hope. I'm talking to Sarah because this year is really cool when it comes to Halloween costumes. Ark has Ark.
Yes,
this year. Tell me about this.
Ark, it's the Autumn Retro Collection. We are focusing more on retro pieces instead of costumes. We do still have costumes, but what we're trying to move away from is anything that could be perceived as cultural appropriation. So we want everyone to feel included and everyone to have fun this Halloween. So yeah, this is the Autumn Retro Collection at Ark's Value Village.
Explain to me what you do at Ark.
I am part of a team of personal shoppers who work with clients of every size and shape, every age, and we offer a personal shopping service for our clients. It's completely free and we do all the hard work, we do all the running around. Since the shutdown, we've actually moved to a Zoom session, which is so much fun.
Like, you already know their size, what they're looking for, all that, and you're just giving them an option that they look at and get to go, no, yes.
I've had calls with people who are in their bed. I've had calls with people who are at their cabin, outside having a glass of wine.
Yes.
And we've had so much feedback from our clients saying this is just such a great way to have a little bit of me time, still do a little shopping,
right?
Still support a great cause, but from the safety of their own home. And we will shop for costumes for you as well as it gets closer to Halloween.
I'm really into this retro collection idea. I want you to take me, with my only preface being I'm really into like 70s go-go Studio 54.
Let's do it.
It's the best thing ever. Well, you mentioned to me too off camera that like people all have something that they want to hide.
Yeah.
For me, it's my thighs.
Sure.
German thighs. We gotta hide them.
Okay, come on.
Some of you know what I mean.
Oh, look at that.
What is this? tight here, loose here.
Okay, so we want like an A-line type shape.
That's what you call that, A-line.
Yeah, A-line. Look at that A-line. Oh, feel the...
Shoulder pads, are they coming back? This is what I've heard, that shoulder pads are coming back.
Honestly, a little good shoulder definition can really slim your silhouette.
Time out while Sarah's still shopping. I've never had a personal shopper before, and if I could just throw this out there to the world, it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know what the heck I would ever wear this for, but it's so fun. What is that and why don't I own it yet? That is so cute. Okay, so this was successful. I do have to filter through this a little bit to actually see if any of this fits me. No changing rooms right now from COVID.
No changing rooms right now. I would suggest grabbing one of our mirrors and having a good look and holding up against you and seeing if that works. And if you need to take it home and try it, that's completely fine. Rewards Club members can bring pieces back with the receipt and tags within 7 days for store credit.
Okay, and rewards program, by the way, is that pretty easy? Like if somebody, can I just like go over there and be in the rewards?
Yep.
Easy breezy. Okay, people, I will let you know. I will fit at home and I will let you know what happens.
And here she is to let us know what happened. How was it?
It didn't fit. The jumpsuit was so cute, but that white big coat that I had that I said, what is this? I love that, and it lights up. It was like the best steal of my life.
Yeah, it was like a mix of Cruella DeVille and Crystal Carrington.
Oh, totally. I loved it so much. And actually, she and I went into the Halloween costume section too, because my family and I were doing Adam's Family this year since Halloween's a little different.
Yeah.
I'm Morticia, so we went and looked at like dresses and wigs and stuff. So they have all of that too.
I was gonna say, because they have traditional, you don't have to build your own. They have normal, I shouldn't say normal, but you all know what I mean, yeah.
Right, yeah, they have just the traditional costumes. I just really like to build my own costume.
Yeah.
That's a great place to do it. So.
Absolutely. It's fantastic to learn more about the virtual personal shopper. Check out arcsvaluevillage.com. Always good. Thanks, guys. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after these words. Welcome back. Monday. Having a good Monday, though. Isn't it? Good Monday.
It was a little rainy, but we made it through.
You know what? It's good napping weather. Don't nap during the show, but it's great napping weather.
But when you're done.
I finished the show and go watch a little bit of then go nap. That's what I'm going to do.
Take a good solid nap.
Oh, a good solid one. I have to put something on during a nap. I can't sleep in silence. So today, it's the Oprah Winfrey Show. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I like to put on HGTV, shockingly.
Did you hear? He thought I was going to say I don't
like
wear
clothing.
anything during my nap.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
My goodness. No, I wear pajamas. I have my Scooby-Doo
And no
pajamas.
judgment if you choose not to. It's your home.
Ted's asking what season of the Oprah Winfrey Show. Oh, 96, 97. It's one of the best. Yeah.
Oh, naturally.
Naturally.
You know that.
Hey, follow. If you can't watch the show live, we understand. You're busy watching season 6 of the Oprah Winfrey Show. Go ahead and find us on YouTube. Just search for The Jason Show. Hit that subscribe button, and better yet, hit the bell. Because if you hit the bell, it'll remind you when we upload a new episode, and who doesn't want that? Jason Show again on YouTube. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Ted. What season? All of them, Ted. All. Welcome back. Our virtual audience friends right there, Mary and Amy. With the remaining minutes. Amy, I told you at the top of the show because you rang in first. Executive producer Jeff is buying you a brand new car that should be in your driveway a little bit later today. And listen to this, Mary, we're not leaving you out. Since you rang in second, General Manager Sheila Oliver is sending you and your family on an all-expense-paid trip to Inver Grove Heights. Mary is speechless. You're going to enjoy world-class accommodations in Inver Grove Heights, Mary. Mary, how's the beverage going? Is it all done? Did you get done with the beverage in the hour?
Yeah, it's the iced coffee from an area restaurant.
Oh, we love local places. Give them a shout out. What place?
McDonald's.
Oh, Mary. Okay, Mary has to come back. Amy and Mary have to come back every day. Amy, guys, sincerely, thank you so much. Have a great Monday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, sweetheart. Bye, guys. Okay, is there anything better? Hey, Mary, where's the local place that you got your coffee? McDonald's. I love them. Oh, I love our virtual audience. That's going to do it for us today. And again, as I said at the top of the show, yesterday was National Coming Out Day. I just want to say thank you to my mom, who never wavered in her love for me when I told her I was living my truth. Love you. Speaking of that, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. I'm going to McDonald's for some coffee. Come on, Mary.